Ace Frehley, the legendary spaceman, has departed this world, but his name and riffs will echo through the cosmos eternally, just as they were meant to. The incredible memories of Ace will endure in the hearts of countless souls who came of age with the thundering sounds of Kiss. And the interstellar groove of Frehley's Comet, a band name, you gotta admit, so brilliant that it stands unrivaled in rock and roll lore. I mean, come on, Frehley's Comet, that is perfectly suited to the visionary at its core. Now for Gen Xers and those orbiting nearby, a little bit older and a bit younger, Ace wasn't just a musician, he was a cornerstone of our youth. And so his loss cuts deep, because he wove himself into the fabric of our formative years. I mean, come on, we grew up listening to Ace. He was a big deal to us. Gene Simmons, yeah, he could command the stage with his bass and bravado. He was a force unto himself, no one can deny that. And Paul Stanley's soaring vocals, nobody could imitate that. No kid could realistically aspire to sing like that. And Peter Criss, he pounded the drums with flair, but let's face it, teenage dreams rarely drum up visions of rhythm section glory. Some do, but most don't. But Ace? Oh man, Ace was the archetype. He was the rock god that boys and some girls alike fantasized about becoming. Strumming through the stars and on stage with effortless cool. Gen X and those after and bit before air guitar to his solos, maybe not more than anyone else in history, but pretty damn close. And he sparked a wildfire of inspiration for kids to pick up a guitar, even if most set it down after a few awkward chords. But we channeled him for Halloween costumes and house parties. We smudged eyeliner and put on that makeup. I mean, he was electric to behold, and he was a joy to hear. Not just him singing, but when he spoke. He just spoke so cool, didn't he? He had that great New York accent, don't you know? And that laugh of his. Pure, unfiltered charisma. And check this out. By every account, Ace was the coolest cat on the planet while he graced it. And now, he's the sharpest star in the heavens. So yeah, we're gonna ache, aren't we, for whatever fresh magic he might have conjured next. But oh, how we cherish the gifts he left us. The anthems, the attitude, the unshakable spirit that soundtracked our youths. Rest in the throne of rock and roll royalty, Ace Frehley. You were a true rock soldier. Your music and memory live on into the day and into the night. We're sure gonna miss you, Ace, but we're all so glad that you were a part of our childhoods. Welcome along, fellow time travelers. This time around, we are going to check out Ace Frehley's home in Wilton, Connecticut, which was one of the many homes that he owned during his incredible life. Now let's begin our journey. Nestled on just over 3¼ acres in the serene North Wilton neighborhood of Connecticut, 29 Tito Lane is a sprawling 6,623 square foot contemporary mansion built in 1975. Embracing a striking contemporary architectural style, the home features bold geometric angles, expansive walls of glass, and a low-slung roofline that harmonizes with the rolling countryside. Its modernist design draws inspiration from mid-century influences, with clean lines and asymmetrical forms that prioritize natural light and seamless indoor-outdoor flow. With 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, a circular driveway, stone bridge entry over a babbling stream, and panoramic views across from a 70-acre private farm, it exudes rock and roll luxury. The exterior boasts cedar wood siding weathered to a warm patina, tall stone columns flanking a pillared iron gate and sweeping lawns that lead to preserved woodlands. But its fame stems from original Kiss guitarist Ace Frehley, the Spaceman, who transformed it into a haven of creativity during Kiss's heyday. Frehley reportedly purchased the property in 1978 for an undisclosed sum, and he moved in by 1979 amid the band's skyrocketing success, post-Destroyer in 1976. So he was riding high and he was rolling in dough. But yeah, property records don't specify the exact price, but in that era, similar Wilton estates fetched around $200,000 to $300,000, which sounds pretty modest by today's $1.9 million zestimate. He envisioned it as a retreat from Manhattan's chaos, installing high-end amenities like a pool, hot tub, and sauna. And we can just imagine the parties that took place in and around them, can't we? But the living spaces were designed for casual elegance, with bedrooms clustered on one wing for privacy and expansive entertaining areas on the opposite side. High vaulted ceilings soar throughout the open floor plan, creating an airy expanse that feels both intimate and grand. Oversized windows frame the beautiful surroundings, flooding rooms with natural light and blurring boundaries between the home's sleek interiors and the enormous lot. As you can see, the fully renovated kitchen anchors the main living area, boasting stainless steel appliances, a massive quartz island, and marble flooring that extends into adjacent dining and family spaces. Yet, its crown jewel was the basement, Ace in the Hole studio, designed by acclaimed architect John Storyk. I hope I said that right. He also crafted electric light studios for Jimi Hendrix. Completed in 1980, this state-of-the-art setup boasted 24-track recording capabilities, isolation booths, and custom acoustics, which served dual roles in Ace's life. During sessions for the band's ambitious 1981 concept album, music from The Elder, the group demoed tracks there, including early versions of I and The Oath. Ace also used it for his 1978 solo album, laying down guitar overdubs for hits like New York Groove. Privately, however, it was a notorious party den, don't you know? Are you surprised? If so, let me know in the comments below, but I think you probably aren't surprised. Biographies and bandmates' accounts describe wild nights with groupies, booze, and some drugs. Ace's cocaine-fueled escapades often spilling from studio to main house, which undoubtedly strained his marriage to Jeanette. Anton Fig, future drummer for Frehley's Comet, recalled crashing Ace's Porsche nearby after a bender. These patterns mirrored Ace's spiraling addiction, contributing to his 1982 exit from Kiss. By 1983, Ace had decamped to California for sobriety attempts and his post-Kiss projects, leaving the home vacant. He sold it in October of 1986, likely due to mounting debts from his lifestyle and divorce, which was finalized that year for an unreported amount, though comparable sales hovered at $400,000 to $500,000. The property changed hands several times, most notably in 2016 for $1.1 million to a private buyer who restored the studio into a media room. The latest owners modernized it further, infusing frameless glass showers, thermal windows, and a state-of-the-art sound system throughout the living areas. Fast forward to January of 2023, and the estate became an Airbnb, capitalizing on Ace's nostalgia. Marked as Chateau Spaceman, it lured rock fans, with the revived studio, now a lounge, hiking trails, and Kiss memorabilia. Nightly rates were around $750, which seems kinda steep, but guests raved about the vibe, with one hosting their 50th birthday bash there, which you gotta admit was a pretty cool idea. By mid-2023, it shifted to a long-term rental at about $14,000 per month. As of the time of this recording, 29 Tito Lane remains a rental gem, fully renovated with modern touches, like quartz counters and smart tech, yet echoing its Rockstar past. And so thanks to it being an Airbnb and its most recent sales, we have these great photos that show this great rock and roll landmark. So, what do you think of Ace Frehley's former home in Wilton, Connecticut? If you're rolling in dough, would you live in a place like that? You know I would. What do you think of that home? Do you think it was cool? Is it the type of home that you expected the great Ace Frehley to live in? And while you're here, considering the sad circumstances, please share your memories of growing up listening to Ace and Kiss. What did you think of this Spaceman? Wasn't he awesome? Yeah, he really was. Listen, I grew up listening to Kiss and daydreaming about how cool it would be to play guitar just like Ace. And you probably did too. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Kindly remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Please check out the links below to learn how to support my research and productions. Kindly be kind to all of our fellow Earthlings, and please do not harm them. And do yourself a favor and go to a local shelter and adopt a cat or a dog or both. You and they will be very glad that you did. Until next time, especially if you're traveling across the universe with the Spaceman, Ace Frehley, I wish you safe travels on all your journeys.